your boy at Jerry East Familia, he only gets a 15-game suspension. I thought it was going to be 50. And Rob Manfred came out and said, the reason it's 15 is that there's no proof of anything happening. Now, we know something took place because his wife made the phone call and all that stuff. But, we've talked to the police, talked to the investigators, and there's nothing concrete where we can say he did X, therefore it's Y. So then someone says to him, well, then why suspend him at all? And I thought quite transparently he said, because his behavior that night was less than stellar. And I'm paraphrasing. So because something took place, and we can't prove what it was, but we know something was going on, it's my responsibility to let him know and other players know that we're not going to tolerate anything going on. So he gets a 15-game suspension, which is a lot better than 30 or 50. I'm shocked that they didn't give him at least 30, because much like a lot of the other cases in which either there's no testimony against the violence,
I ask you a question,
or there's no proof that anything actually happened. Something took place,
she called the police.
And it wasn't good.
She called the police.
Correct.
So, once the police are involved,
30 games minimum.
That's what I think. But as a Met fan,
I'm shocked about it, because Rob Manfred said when he came in, and he's been true to his word up until now, that he ain't going to tolerate any of it, and the suspension's going to be real. And listen, we all heard the 911 call. We all know what the police said about what they walked in on. And she did not want to press charges. But we also know what she accused them of.
Yeah.
Because it was made very public. And I cannot believe that he only got a 15-game suspension. I really can't. And listen, from a Med standpoint, you're thrilled that the guy's out.
The word is not thrilled. I can't believe it. The word is not thrilled.
He deserves at least 30 games.
I thought, 15 games is, so I'm trying to think about
2 weeks.
It's 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks of baseball games.
Let's say there are 8 opportunities in those 15 games. I'm making up numbers now.
It's a little less than 10% of the schedule.
Correct.
And he loses 2 weeks of pay.
Right. I couldn't believe it. I thought they were going 50 games. I thought one of the reasons, other than the World Baseball Classic, that they were taking their time is that they were preparing themselves for the reaction of the Mets and others saying that's way too much. For them to go 15 games, I cannot believe it for the life of me. And again, if you're a Met fan, I know you're happy that he's only going to be out for 15 games and not 30 or 40 or 50. But I don't get it, man.
Well, here's the deal. He's gonna lose about $730,000. That's a lot of money. I don't care what you say. That's still, it's almost $1 million bucks. Also, as part of the discipline,
go ahead.
Familia has agreed to make a donation to a charity that supports domestic violence.
Okay.
And to speak to Major League rookies in the United States and the DR at an event in New York metropolitan area for an organization that assists domestic violence. So they're telling you that if he's doing all this, there was domestic violence.
Right. Exactly right. Why is he speaking out as a guy who's experienced that if he didn't do anything? Right? I can't believe it's 15 games. I'm from a non-sports perspective, I'm disappointed in Rob Manfred in this one. That's got to be at least 30 games. Has to
now, be. Now, in Familia's statement, just to be, totally
go ahead.
Both sides of this, okay? In his own statement, Familia said that it was important that it be known that I never physically touched, harmed, or threatened my wife that evening. He added, I did, however, act in an unacceptable manner, and I'm terribly disappointed in myself, and I am alone to blame for the problems that evening. Well, there he is. He's not blaming anybody else but himself. Right. He just wants you to know that he never touched her, never did it. That's according to him.
By all accounts, Aroldis Chapman didn't touch his wife or girlfriend either. He got 30 games.
But by the way, Familia is now the 4th Major League player to be disciplined under baseball's new domestic violence policy. I don't know why, if this were the NFL for some reason, I have a feeling like there would be protests outside the NFL offices.
And you'd have to ask the question, why did his wife have a bruise on her right cheek and a scratch mark on her chest if he didn't touch her?